Ladies and gentlemen, it is a big, weird, wild world out there, folks. And here we stand, al pie del cañón, ready for anything. I'm Rob, that's the Natch, and you're listening to...
The ProBoh
Show! Good morning, friends. It is Tuesday. Pow, 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 pow. Oh, Natch, I need to quit smoking. It's taking me more and more effort every day to get through the intro. Either that or I need a shorter intro. How's it going, guys? Yes, I'm back in the studio with the Natch. Oh, this is my natural habitat, Natch. It's good to be back, man. How are we all doing out there, friends? If you're just tuned in, you're listening to the ProBoh Show. It's currently 8:30 Central European Time. I'm your host for this hour's entertainment, obviously joined by the one and only Natch. Let's look at what's coming up in today's show. In the second part of today's show, I asked 100 humans to name a food you eat with your fingers. Con los dedos. Not, yeah. You know what was one of the hardest things for me, Natch, when I came to Spain? Is not to say mis dedos, mi cabeza. You just don't take ownership of anything. Not even accidents. It fell from me. Se me cayó. So yeah. Food you eat with your fingers. Then we go to complete the news. And we look at... Let's see, 1 second. We've got some good news for today. Oh, God. I'm screwing everything up, Natch. We've got a suspected drunk driver in today's news. And I don't think we'll get to the second one today. We'll see, my friends, we'll see. And today, obviously, in the first half, my friends, we've got today's unpopular opinion, which is an interesting one for me. It's an interesting one. Let's see how we go. It's with regards to organ donation. Are you an organ donor, Natch?
Yes, I am.
You are? You're like an official organ donor. Oh, that's
Yes.
good for you, dude. Good for you. That's a real stand-up move, my dude. We're going to look into organ donation. Should it even be a thing? Should we have an option? I don't know. We'll talk about that later on in this first half. But first, I'm here. You're here, my friends. Let's look at what's going on in the world. First of all, if you want to join the show live, just like The Bridge, Min, Pedro, all the beautiful people joining me in chat, you can do that at twitch.tv/barra Professional Bohemian. See, there's a lot of person. My God, Natch, I'm struggling with my English today. See, there are a lot of people in the chat that are not speaking. Say good morning, please, friends, just so I know you're there. Rob, sausage fingers? Asked The Bridge. I do have sausage fingers. But no, things that you eat with your fingers, not kinds of fingers you eat. Let's look at what's going on in the world. First of all, Natch, did you watch the Eurovision Song Contest?
No, I didn't.
No?
No.
You know, is that not a thing for you and your family?
No, it was, but not anymore.
You know, yeah, I hear you. Look, when I was young, coming up, being raised in I guess what you'd call a Mediterranean household in England. Yeah, the European Song Contest was like replaying the Second World War or something. it brought out a nationalism in my family, like unlike anything. And obviously my family was Polish and Italian, so you can imagine. Mamma mia. But it was apparently a big day. Like I went to Andrea's house yesterday to spend some time with my godchildren. And yeah. So I had to face like at least an hour and a half of being educated on the Eurovision Song Contest. Do we have anyone in the chat who's a Eurovision fan? I wonder because obviously I'm not. Not that I'm not a fan of it, it's just, the songs are crap. And apparently there was a whole jaleo, right? There was a whole controversy here in Spain that you shouldn't play flamenco on the Eurovision because people don't understand it. That's what Andrea told me. Okay. So if you're an international listener, we produce this show in Madrid, Spain. And apparently the controversy this year in Spain is that it was a very flamenco song. Did you hear the song that was Spain's offering?
No, I didn't.
Me neither. I managed to avoid it until yesterday. And and it's right. It's like, I don't know. And I mean, look, Spain's got a lot of wonderful things. The people, the food, the weather, the cinema. I don't count music in the even in the top 20 things that Spain is bringing to the world right now. And it was apparently hosted in England too. I think Ukraine won it last year, if I'm not mistaken. For some reason, well, I know why they didn't host it in the Ukraine. It would have been a little complicated, but they hosted it in England. Anyway, let's see. The totally not political event called Eurovision, says Min. Its songs are more and more international. I like it when the songs are unique and local. Well, apparently that was Spain's offering, a very Spanish song. I'm sorry if you're a big fan of flamenco type music. It's not my bag, man. It's not my bag. I'm going to be honest. This year the contest was rigged, says Pedro. You are fake news. The election was rigged, Natch. Eurovision was rigged. They want to celebrate next year's 50th anniversary of ABBA's victory in Sweden. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, Andrea basically gave me a massive info dump on on Eurovision. You know, one of those kind of info dumps that you don't really ask for nor want? It was one of those. Yeah, and she educated me on the whole thing. So apparently, yeah, it's rigged. It was rigged. Sweden won just so they could play ABBA songs next year. Yeah, god damn. Finland should have won, but they're all crap. I didn't hear the Finland song. She played for me the Spanish song, then I asked her to stop it. She played the English song, and I felt something. You've got a beautiful word to describe this in Spain. When I heard the English song, vergüenza ajena. It's that kind of shame you feel by watching someone just make a fool of themselves. That's what I felt while listening to England's song. My God. It was another one of those songs with the na 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 verses, you know, where we don't need lyrics for this bit. We can just mouth some consonants. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't hear Finland's. I did hear the winning song. It was okay, man. It was what it was. I understand what you're saying about Eurovision, says The Bridge. I remember seeing Remedios Amaya's flop when living in England. It was awful and embarrassing. Let's see. Min says, Electric Callboy, the band I shared a little while ago in your Discord, was... By the way, guys, we've got a Discord. Professional Bohemian on Discord. Come and join us there. Was a candidate for Germany this year, but they ended up going with a different choice. Which is a shame. They would have brought a lovely different type of song. Yeah, I'm just waiting for something that's not like atrocious pop music, you know? Atrocious pop music or just like... inaccessible cultural tripe. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not a music connoisseur. I like what I like, man. I like what I like. Okay, let's with all that said, friends, let's take a look at some news today. Okay, and yes, I'm not going to talk about Turkey's election still. Sorry, Min. Okay, let's continue. Oh God. We found you know, it's not often in life you find your heroes, Natch. Heroes in this day and age are few and far between. The kind of person that you look to and you admire. But I think I've found one, Natch. I think amongst the crowd, one man, one shining light is guiding us all. That man's name, Natch, is Ian Clifford. Okay, here we go. This piece of news. This piece of news coming from NDTV, I think it was. Yeah, NDTV. Here we go. IBM employee, so an employee that works for the company IBM, on sick leave, de baja, for 15 years. He sues the company for not getting a pay rise. Did you ever know that you're my hero? Natch, the man earns more than me on sick leave. He earns more than you. And he's suing the company for not getting a pay rise. That's impressive stuff. Oh yeah, my guests are there. Yeah, tell them to come over if you can. Yeah, so let's dig in a little bit to this news. A senior IT worker at IBM in the UK, Ian Clifford, who has been on sick leave since 2008. Oh my God. Imagine having 15 years off, Natch. It just feels good to say. I've been off for 15 years. Since 2008, has sued the company alleging disability discrimination. The basis of his claim was that his salary had not been increased in the last 15 years. He was off work. Guess how much the guy earns, Natch? Guess.
30,000 a year.
20,000 a year on sick leave.
Okay.
You're not even halfway there. He earned £54,000 a year on sick leave. His original salary was £72,000 a year. Can you believe that? Guys, I've got some guests in the studio. Sorry if you're hearing a bit of interruption in the show. Guys, you've got headphones right there. So pop your headphones on. I might not come to you in this first part of the show. I'm going to kind of rattle through the news. We're running out of time. So there you go. So a man on sick leave for 15 years sues the company. Oh, we can see you on camera, Alessandro. Here we go. So he sues the company for not getting a pay rise while on sick leave. Impressive stuff. Okay, next piece of news, Natch. You ready? A YouTuber pleads guilty to intent... Dude. These, you know what annoys me about... Two things that I find the most egregious on social media. Number one is when people kind of like are just kind of giving away money, these altruistic acts, you know, to get followers. Hey, I gave a homeless person 10,000 euros to improve his life. I hate that because it strips the veil of altruism. I think that's a nice lie we all tell ourselves, that people do good things for good reasons, but they don't. You know, so when someone does it that blatantly, it annoys me. The second thing that pisses me off the most on social media are kind of stunts. You know, like, oh, you know, we recreated the Leaning Tower of Pizza with popsicle sticks. You know, that kind of crap. I hate it. So this guy, a YouTuber, pleads guilty to intentionally crashing a plane, an airplane. Yeah, now you're listening, right, Natch? Jeez Louise. For views. He could face 20 years in prison. And this isn't just some average guy, Natch. This is a former Olympian. Okay, this piece of news coming from the National Desk. Oh, hang on, wait. People in chat, they're going crazy right now. How are you doing, Min? He says, funnily enough, the last Eurovision winner I actually liked, it was the Netherlands. I thought it was, wasn't it Ukraine? Ukraine in a totally non-political vote because the song was so good. I don't know, was anything special happening in the Ukraine last year? I can't remember. Yeah, the Ukraine won. A coincidence last year. I think the Ukraine won. And the Netherlands, I know so little about the Eurovision, but congratulations. I think it's a big deal when anyone likes a Eurovision song because they all sound like car alarms to me. Okay. I want that guy's spirit. To be fair, his responsibilities didn't rise either. No, I mean, look, the guy didn't deserve a pay rise, but you've got to appreciate his game, right? And he continues, Rob, you're just grumpy. I am grumpy. That's my brand, man. So here we go. Former Olympian and YouTuber Trevor Jacob has pleaded guilty to intentionally crashing a plane for social media views. The 29-year-old has over 140,000 YouTube subscribers, was charged with destruction and concealment with the intent to obstruct a federal investigation. Basically, the guy crashed a plane for a YouTube video. You guys look really tired.
Yeah.
Getting up at this time is not easy.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, anyway, let's see. The last winner was Ukraine. The last winner I liked was the Netherlands. I understand, man. Sorry, my bad. So that's like, 20 years ago? I don't think I've ever liked a single Eurovision song. They're all just like weird pop songs. It's like the kind of song you hear in video games. That's the Eurovision song. Are you guys fans of Eurovision?
We are, of course. We are Italian. We won 2 years ago. Yeah.
You won 2 years ago?
Yeah, of course.
What was the song?
Zitti e buoni, yeah.
What?
Maneskin.
Okay. Did it have a verse in it that was just like pa 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 pa, like
no,
with no words?
It was rock music, actually.
Ah, was it?
In English, right?
No, it was in Italian.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So you were a fan of the song. Do you have it in your Spotify playlist?
Yes, I do.
Is that more about national pride or more about enjoying
No.
yourself?
It's just actually in Italy is not really liked by.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's continue on with the... Oh, God, we're running out of time, guys. My bad. Okay, we spoke a little bit about the baby boom in China. I mean, not the baby boom. The falling fertility rates. Yeah, you guys are a couple, so you need to make lots of babies for the rest of the world.
Sure.
Okay? Thank you. You're welcome. If you could have an extra couple for me, I would appreciate it.
Okay. You will pay for them?
No. I'm hoping the Italian government, between the Italian government and you guys,
Okay.
you will just take care of those, feed them. If I could name one of them, that would be awesome. Little Rob.
Little Rob, yeah.
Let's see. So yeah, we were talking about the falling birth rate in China right yesterday, and how the publication, I can't remember which publication it was, attributed that to the one-child policy that's been in effect since the 80s. And since then, I got a lot of messages, like tons of messages saying, look, how can it be the one-child policy? Birth rates are falling all around the world, rah, 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 rah. I do read your messages, but I will admit, after the first two lines, it turns into rah, 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 rah. So here we go. So I will cover something, I will cover a little bit more in depth this, the fact that, you know, there are less humans being made. We're making less humans, guys.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so here we go. Baby boomer retirement surge will spark a forever labor shortage. Okay, so basically, the generation behind mine, I'm Generation X, so like, what would be my parents? They're retiring soon, and it's going to spark a massive labor shortage. This piece of news, by the way, this is a really interesting article. It's from Business Insider. Again, I will post all the links in my Patreon for you guys to look at later. Here we go. The retirement of baby boomers, along with other factors, is predicted to lead to a protracted labor shortage in the United States, referred to as a forever labor shortage. Despite a slowing economy and increased layoffs, employers are finding it difficult to hire enough qualified people for available roles. This is largely due to demographic shifts, with the retirement of baby boomer generation leaving a void in the workforce. Okay, I'm going to resume the rest of the article. It argues that it's not really such a bad thing. Mm-hmm. Okay, the fact that there are less humans and less people to do the work. Because obviously that creates competition in the labour market, okay, and that competition leads to higher salaries. That is the basic cut and thrust. Because on this show I speak a lot about this. I don't know why it's become a thing. Hang on, wait. The last winner. Oh, sorry, guys, you're being very quiet in the chat, by the way. The labour shortage also presents challenges for employers who may seek to innovate and maintain productivity and reduce costs. So here's the thing, like, I think AI will play a real role here to fill a load of these, where young humans don't exist. But my question is, how do you then pay for the retirees? Do we start to tax AI? I've often thought, right, that, for example, supermarkets that have the auto checkouts, they should be, like, the government should be charging those as if they were workers. You know what I mean? They should be taxing technology.
Technology, yeah. I suppose that you can tax the who run the technologies. Actually, you will have the AI always better. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
But someone still need to work on them.
Yeah,
always.
But you're talking about the difference between one person maybe programming 5 machines.
Yeah, that's true.
To 5 people, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He will earn a lot, and he will pay a lot of tax.
Yeah. The bridge here says, so we will be filling a void, but never retire. Yeah, my generation's never going to retire. So, guys, get on my Patreon right now. All right, guys, with that all said, look, I'm not going to go into this. All the links I've used in today's show, you can find on my Patreon. Go and follow me there. Be a champ. Let's go to today's unpopular opinion.
Unpopular opinion.
Okay, today's unpopular opinion is organ donation should be compulsory upon death. First of all, introduce yourselves, by the way. You first, Alessandro.
Okay.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm just Alessandro. I'm from Siena in Tuscany, Italy. Nothing more. I mean,
Yeah.
just this.
Hi, I am Giada. I'm from Florence, Italy.
So we've got real life Italians in the studio.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, normally when we have Italians, they're usually fake, right? Cardboard cutouts. But today, Natch, I brought the real ones. Can I just ask you a question? Were you offended by Chris Pratt's interpretation of Mario in the Mario movie?
No.
No, no
I mean,
one.
no.
No one was. But there was this controversy before the film.
Yeah,
because an American man was playing an American Italian character.
Yeah, but lots of time it happens with Dante, with lots of Italian historical characters.
I don't think it bothers anyone, apart
Yeah.
from a really vocal minority.
Also because actually Mario from Super Mario is just Japanese character, not Italian.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, he's supposed to be an Italian American, right?
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, he's Japanese.
Yeah.
All right, anyway, today's unpopular opinion is organ donation should be compulsory upon death. Do you guys, what do you guys think about that? Like, you know, you got no choice. You know, we're going to cut
Yes.
your organs out and give it to babies and save babies' lives.
Yeah. That's
That
true.
wouldn't
For-
be a
for me,
problem
yes.
for
Yeah.
me. Yes, I would agree, but I don't know if it should be compulsory for everybody.
Okay. What do you think, Natch?
You know, for religion.
For religious religion. God doesn't care. I know, I
that's
swear
true.
God, he doesn't. Go on, Natch.
Almost the same. I agree. I would do it, but I don't think it should be compulsory.
Well, you don't think it should be compulsory?
No. Whatever. I mean, people
Because
can do
people
whatever
deserve
they
a
want.
choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Libre albedrío.
People suck, man. People don't understand. People suck. Okay, so here we go. So the elves in servitude gave us some pro and con opinions right here. Organ donation should be compulsory upon death. The pros, the arguments in favor of this idea. With a shortage of organ donors worldwide, making organ donation compulsory could potentially save thousands of lives by making more organs available for transplant. So if you said no, you should feel like a monster right now. You're killing grandma. You know? Stop killing grandma, guys. Overcoming indecision. Many people support organ donation in theory, but never officially register as donors. Compulsory donation would overcome this hurdle. And that's true. Like, I believe in organ donation, but I'm way too lazy to get a card. You know what I mean? Let's continue. Look, guys, if you need my organs, please wait until I'm dead, and you're welcome to them. Making organ donation compulsory would ensure that all individuals contribute equally to this life-saving measure, regardless of social, cultural, or economic background. And finally, compulsory organ donation would make the process more efficient, eliminating the need for donor registries and related administrative tasks. Cutting down on bureaucracy, basically. Disagreeing with this. The argument's not in favour. Compulsory organ donation could infringe on personal and religious freedoms as it involves making decisions about individuals' bodies without their explicit consent. It's a big deal. But to be fair, they're dead, right? So, like, their opinions don't really matter that much.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, let's continue. Ethica, I don't mean to sway you guys, okay? Because the idea is the people who are watching live vote.
Okay.
So I'll try and keep my editorial comments to a minimum. The idea of ownership over one's body, even after death, is deeply ingrained ethical concept. Forcing organ donation may violate that principle. Compulsory organ donation would complicate the grieving process for families who may not be comfortable with the procedure. And finally, making organ donation compulsory could exacerbate distrust in medical professionals, with potential fears that life-saving treatment might be compromised to preserve organs for donors. Woo! Doctors might be killing people to shed organs. That's the idea there. Let's see what people are saying in the chat real quick. Sorry, guys, I don't mean to ignore you. It's busy morning this morning. We had Min say, I like the system we have. Oof. You guys are doing God's work today. You're sending me lots of messages. I like the system we have in the Netherlands. Since a few years, everybody is now an organ donor by default. If you don't want to be, you have to change it yourself via a form. Oof. Guys, you're writing real quick. Change it yourself via a form, etc. Sorry, I can't find that comment anymore. Oh, really? Really? Oh my God! All right, friends, I'm gonna post a poll in the chat. We'll read all these comments when we get back from the break. So you tell me, guys. I'm an idiot. You have to tell me: should organ donation be compulsory upon death, or should it be like in the Netherlands where you opt out? One thing's for sure, guys, there's so many things you could have been doing this morning, but instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the absolute world. I will see you in 4 short minutes. Hey guys, if you'd like to support the show, you can do so on Patreon. That's patreon.com/professional bohemian. There you'll find VODs of the episodes as they are recorded live, blogs, vlogs, and behind-the-scenes content. If you'd like to watch the show live, you can do so on twitch.tv/professional bohemian, and you can participate in the polls we use in the show on Instagram @professional bohemian or Twitter @ProBoh, PROBOH. Okay, on with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. You're listening to the ProBoh Show live. It is currently 9 a.m. Central European Time. If you want to participate in today's content, you can do that at twitch.tv/professional bohemian. That's Bohemio Profesional, pero en inglés. Vamos, it's so easy, Natch. So easy. So I did ask Instagram about this, Natch. I did ask Instagram. Well, how do you think they voted?
50-50.
I think 50-50. 81% said true. The organ donation should be compulsory upon death. By the way, sorry guys, if you just tuned in, what have you missed in today's show so far? Let me tell you, we spoke a little bit about an IBM employee, my hero, my personal hero. An IBM employee who's been on sick leave, de baja, for 15 years. And he sued the company, IBM, for not getting a pay rise. Toma. And the guy earns more than me just sitting on his ass. I mean, I'm sure, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's something very, very wrong with him. But I'll tell you what is not wrong with him. His ambition. I appreciate his ambition. And then we just spoke about a YouTuber very, very briefly who crashed his plane intentionally. And he could face 20 years in prison. He crashed his plane for the YouTube views. Can you believe that? I hate that kind of thing, man. Those kind of YouTube stunts. Okay, we have the results of the poll here in chat. And then finally we spoke about, very, very briefly again, about the baby boomer retirement surge. Baby boomers are like the generation prior to mine. I'm 45, so it would be around my parents. That post-war time where everybody was making babies. You know what I mean? And it was a good time to be alive, man. It was a good time to be alive. Not because of the babies, but because of all the sex. You know? I'm sure the streets must have just sounded like crying and smelt like poo.
Yeah,
That's true.
probably.
Okay, and then we went on to today's unpopular opinion. We have the results of that poll. I think we'll reveal the results right now, Natch, if you don't mind. So I asked the people who are watching live, should organ donation be compulsory upon death? Let's get a little drum roll. 50% of you. So it was 50-50. I wanted to do that first, Nat, just so you know, because you predicted that. Well done. Well done. Yeah, 50-50. And I'm assuming a lot of you just feel like, you know, it should be a choice. Oh, Natch, you've got dancing fingers this morning, my dude. I just feel like a lot of people feel like it's maybe an infringement on your privacy or your rights just to pull your organs out of your body and give it to sick people. I get that, but it feels to me like you're dead, you're not using it. Could it be a religious decision? I don't see any part of the Bible that says, thou shalt not give thy pancreas to grandma. There's no part in the Bible that says that.
That's true.
So I don't understand personally. I don't understand. I did get some messages. Messages on social media. I'll just highlight those for a second. Then we'll look at the chat at what people were saying live on the show. Isabella, welcome back. Another message from her says, from a medical standpoint, Mandatory organ donation can save countless lives. However, I also understand the importance of personal and religious beliefs. Mia, writing to us again, said, while I value the try, I believe the journey of our soul... Oh, God. This just makes my head hurt. The journey of our soul may be influenced by our bodily integrity. Do you understand what that means, Natch?
That if they remove some parts of you, your trip is going to be...
exactly. Yeah, Mia is an ancient Egyptian by the looks of it. You know what I mean? I don't know, Mia. Thanks for the contribution. Should not troll the people who write to me. Okay, let's turn our attention to the people, the wonderful people who are joining us in chat, those angelic beings. So Min said that in the Netherlands, you receive a form, un formulario, when you get to 18 years of age, and there you can opt out of being an organ donor, which I think is a much more sensible way of doing things. Don't you think? Like, because for me, for example, I'm in favor of being an organ donor. It's just I haven't taken the time to get the card and all that stuff. I mean, if it was just default, which I believe it should be, just the default thing. He's dead. Empty him out. Empty his organs and give it to someone else. Like, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't be around. You know?
Yeah.
You said something interesting of the break. Do you want to repeat that?
I said I would prefer to donors organs instead of receive organs.
Yeah. So you'd rather be an organ donor than an organ receiver.
Yeah, I will dislike to receive organs because I mean it's part of someone else. I don't know how he used it. I don't know if he's used
I don't know how he used it.
Yeah,
I don't think he was barbecuing with it. You know what I mean? I think it was probably It was probably inside his body the whole time.
Yeah, but like for an eye, you can receive an eye. You can receive. No.
Would you? No. Okay, if in a laboratory they grew.
That will be perfect. For me, that will be perfect.
Better.
Yeah. Better than...
Why? Because you feel like it's yours if it's grown for you.
Yeah, it's like you buy a car, you use your car. It's the same thing for me. You buy your organ, and you use your organ.
Yeah. Okay. I'd be curious to know if anyone else in chat shares that view. You don't mind giving your organs away? Because, Alessandro's body's a temple, man. If you're lucky enough to get his spleen, it's in pristine condition, but he doesn't want yours. Okay, but no, interesting point, and I'm sure there are probably other people who share that view in the world. Let's see. Pedro says, of course it should be compulsory. Your belief that your organs would find better purpose buried or burnt does not prevail over the truth that they can save someone's life. Can we get a ProBoh approved for Pedro? Come on.
ProBoh approved.
Pedro dropping the wisdom every single day. We love it. Min says, this means all the lazy people who just never bothered to fill in the form to become an organ donor are now donors and don't have to do anything for it. Can we get another one for Min? Oh.
ProBoh approved.
I don't know if you get a ProBoh approved more because you agree with me or because they're good points. At this point, I don't know. But I'm gonna say because they're good points. Okay, Hartstead. Wow, Andy looks different. Andrea is my co-host on my afternoon show. Yeah, her beard's gotten shorter. It's true. Let's continue. Pedro says, in Spain, by default, it applies to every potential donor. And that's good. I have a better idea. An obligatory asking during one's life of their intention. Yeah, but then who records that? I mean, if anyone's listening to the show, if you want my spleen when I'm dead, it's yours. And I'm not using it anymore. Robbie's very good at hiding his opinion and hatred for certain things. Yeah, this just makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. The fact that, I mean, once you're not going to be using your heart when it stopped beating. So, save someone's life. Be a good guy. Let's see. I think we were used enough in life that we should at least have a say in what happens after we die, says Hartstead. Contrary, he's one of the people who probably voted no. Interesting point, and it's a fair point. But Hartstead, would it not be enough for you to opt out? Would that not be a good option, just to opt out instead of having to opt in to donating your organs? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, look, it just makes sense for me. I mean, when you think, like, literally through inaction you could save someone's life, how often can you be a hero by doing absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's easy.
Exactly. Let's see, The Bridge. Rob is very good at hiding his opinion, and oh no, I've read that one. For certain things. Indeed he is. Let's see, Min. Compulsory is too strong. Encouraged and standard should be the way to go. Also, in the Netherlands, you have the option to opt out of certain donations. You could choose to be an organ donor, but never give permission to donate your skin, for example.
Yeah.
Is that do people donate skin?
Yes.
Is that a thing
they
that
do.
people donate?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Dude, take it all from me. You know what I mean? I've got extra skin. I've got no hair. like the skin on the top of my head would be good for any part of your body. You know, just take it all. Make a jacket out of it for all I care. I don't care. Are you at all, like, is there anything, Natch, that you wouldn't want to donate?
I don't care.
Yeah, me neither.
I would keep my eyes.
You would keep your eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not having my eyes.
No.
I would rather burn them.
Yes.
I would rather bury them underground.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Ciao Ali, I think this is a friend of yours.
Yes, it is.
Let's see.
Who is?
The bridge says the choice should be optional, but asking one. Wow, bridge. I don't know how you're writing. it's asking should be compulsory. Got you. And she says eyeballs. She wouldn't want to give away her eyeballs. Remember that women who donated her body for research and the military blew it up. Yeah, that was a story. Yeah, it's a true story we reported on the show. So a woman donated her body for medical research, and the university that had the body gave the body to the U.S. Army, and they used it in an experiment, in an explosion to see. It's true.
Well,
Well, it's also science.
Yeah.
no, it's not. It's just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they were doing it for fun.
No. Yeah,
You know?
yeah. No, of course.
We're gonna blow up an old lady. Saturday night, you're looking for something to do.
Like the one that's crashing the airplane.
Yeah. They did it for the YouTube viewers.
Yeah.
The military has permission to nuke my body once I've died. That's it. That's another. Yeah. Even if they use it, here's the thing, Hartstead. If some fashion icon wants to peel the skin off my body and make a nice pair of gloves, they can do it. I'm not using it. Like, once I'm dead, you know what I mean? This is a shell, not a particularly good one. So if you can find anything in the wreckage that you want to use, go ahead, man. Go ahead, but bear in mind I've spent 45 years smoking and drinking.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know if he used quite well his eyes.
Well, he uses it better than
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, even if you get an organ, like, for example, say if I get into an accident and you need my lungs, like, you'd wake up, you'd have a bit of a cough, maybe you need a cigarette.
Yeah, I will need to use medicine for the rest of my life.
To accept.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, if you needed my lungs that badly, it means my lungs are still better than yours. Extending
true.
your life a little
Or
bit.
probably I had another accident, or the same
Yeah,
with
yeah.
you. And
That would be a nightmare. Imagine on the next Camino. By the way, I met Alessandro on the Camino de Santiago. How many years ago? 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
3
yeah.
years ago. And we did in one day we walked 60 something kilometers, right?
Yes. From Melide.
That was from Melide to Santiago.
Yeah.
My God, that was painful. It was painful, but an incredible experience. Let's see what people are saying. To be fair, that's giving up your body for science, not organ donor. Science also means your body can be used to train new doctors. The bridge. I'm in bed, Rob. I'm writing sideways on with my dodgy eyesight. And you want to keep your eyes, Bridge. Bear that in mind. Rob's lungs aren't up for donation, though, exactly because they're not in a good state. Sorry, Rob. Yeah, true story. That's the thing. Like, I honestly, let's close this argument down. Okay, so you guys have said 50-50, agree 50%, agree 50% not. On Instagram, 81% of you said true. I kind of angle towards the true. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go out and get my donor card. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that because I want my word on here to mean something. Look, I understand you may have certain religious beliefs, and you may believe that in some way your body and the quality or the inclusion of your organs has some kind of impact in your trip to the afterlife, if that is what you believe. But I think if we normalize those beliefs, we also normalize a set of behaviors that could be somewhat problematic. I mean, we've gone over the Bible a bunch in this show. You know my feelings on that book, on the contradictory nature of itself. I think what we're talking about here is the idea of being heroes, right? You could be someone's hero. You could be someone's hero after you've passed away. You could have a legacy beyond your own. I'm a guy with no kids, no wife. When I pass away, you guys are going to forget about me really quickly. But if maybe a part of me could live on, can help some kids, some family, kind of overcome a tragic accident or some kind of tragic medical illness. Unless you know, like Alessandro, they don't want my body because I've used it so badly, which is understandable. But yeah, I think Min is right here. I'm going to side with Min. I think it shouldn't be an opt-in to donate organs. It should be an opt-out. You know what I mean? Because most people, even if you sit on the fence, even if you're like, well, I kind of want to donate my organs, but then kind of not, they're kind of mine. Even if you're on the fence and you don't feel strongly enough, either way, you shouldn't be forced to go and say, yes, I want to be a hero. You should be forced to say, no, I don't.
Yes.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. That's true. That would be better because you will be able to choose, but not forced to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my final thoughts, guys, on today's unpopular opinion. Let's go to 100 humans. Oh my god, friends, it was a long walk to work today across snow-capped mountains and through river valleys, and on that walk I encountered 100 humans, and I asked them all a question. You can't cheat. No cheating.
Not cheat.
I asked them all a question. I asked them today to name a food you eat with your fingers. To name a food you eat with your fingers. I asked them that question. I have their top 7 answers right here. Your job in the chat is to identify those top 7 answers. Name a food you eat with your fingers. Chat is answering. Well done, guys. Of course, we're going to go to the Natch first. What do you think, Natch?
In honor to our guests, pizza.
Pizza. In honor of our guests. He's a you know what I mean? He's a classy guy. He's a classy guy. All right,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
he's pizza there. Let's see. Min agrees. Min also said pizza. It's there. Well done. Well done, Natch. Well done, Min. Pizza is there with 8 of 100 humans saying pizza. It's the number 6 answer. Go on,
Number
you
6? Okay.
give us an answer.
French fries.
French fries.
I will not say French fries because French
Oh!
fries you use sauces
Controversy.
with French fries. So you have to use a fork.
Do you know
Yeah.
what?
Chips.
It doesn't matter what we say. It matters what the 100 humans say.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I would say chips
Chips.
more than French fries.
Well, it's a kind of the same
Yeah,
thing.
it's the same.
yeah,
Yeah.
but not. You have a bag of chips. You have a plate of French fries.
You mean chips. Okay. Like the American chips.
Yeah, like the American one.
Okay. We call those crisps in England.
Crisps.
Yeah. Well, let's start first with French fries. Min agrees with you. Min also says French fries. Is it there, though? Yes, it is. Well done. And not only that, it's the number 1 answer.
It would be easy. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there you go. That's how quickly things can turn. With 24 of 100 humans saying French fries, it's the number 1 answer. Well done. Okay. You said chips, as in crisps, patatas. Would you say patatas en bolsa, patatas fritas?
Patatas de bolsa. is what they-
Patatas de bolsa. Okay, no nivelata then, right? Not a single one today. That's okay, it's fine.
Vaya nivelazo.
I didn't even deserve it, Natch. But I like how easily you're convinced. It makes me feel warm inside. So, is chips there? Chips, crisps, patatas de bolsa. Yes, it is. Well done. Good job. The bridge also said crisps. Did anyone else say crisps? I don't think so. No. Okay, so it's there with 8 of 100 humans. It's in 7th place. Well done. Okay, let's get back to the chat. Pedro says a sandwich. A sandwich. Un bocadillo is what we'd call a sub. Un sandwich, right, in Spanish?
Español sandwich.
Yeah. Find your own words, Spain. Come on. All right, is sandwich there? Yes, it is. Well done, Pedro. It's the 5th most popular answer with 8 of 100 humans saying a sandwich.
Banana?
Banana.
Fruit, all the fruit.
All fruit.
Or fruit in general.
Yeah.
It's not there. Sorry, guys. Wah, wah, wah.
Burgers, like bocadillo or
Like a hamburger.
hamburger. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? Is hamburger a sandwich? I kind of think hamburger's a sandwich.
Yeah, I would say yes.
It is a sandwich, isn't it? Like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Un perrito caliente, is that a sandwich, Natch? I can see you shaking your head. You're like, no.
Too famous and too specific.
It's
I
too
don't know.
specific. Okay. I mean, we've already decided that gazpacho is a drink. I'm just thinking, let's rip down the barriers, Natch. So hamburger. Did 100 humans say you eat a hamburger with your fingers? Min agrees with you. It's there. Well done. It is the 3rd most popular answer with how many? With 17 of 100 humans saying burger. Pedro says chicken. Chicken. Oh, my favorite, fried chicken. If it wasn't for fried chicken, I'd look a lot better than I do right now. Yeah. I just love it. Okay, is chicken there? Yes, it is. Well done. Guys, you've almost finished. There is just one more. There's just one more to get. Let me go over some of the answers. Pedro says snacks. We have Urs chicken wings. Chinese jamon, says Pedro. Tacos, says Pedro. All right, prawns, says Coralism. How are you doing, Coralism? None of those are there, guys. I'm sorry. But one person stepped out of the dust, Natch. Out of all the chaos of these incorrect answers, one man stands strong. And he says just one single word. He says cheese. Queso. And that man is Pedro. Is cheese there? Yes, it is. Well done. 10 of 100 humans said cheese. Okay, guys. Sorry, there's so many people in the room. I just need them to shout right now. Okay, guys. I asked 100 humans to name a food you eat with their fingers. In position number 7 was chips, as in patatas de bolsa. Or crisps, as we say in England. In position number 6 was pizza, in honor of our guests. In position number 5, we had a sandwich. In position number 4, with 10 of 100 humans, we had cheese. In position number 3, we had hamburgers. 17 of 100 humans said that one. In position number 2, we had chicken. 19 of 100 humans. I think this was Pedro's round, man. He killed it today. And finally, in position number 1, congratulations, guys, it was French fries. Oh my God, we've only got 3 minutes of the show left. Let's go really quick into 100 humans.
Complete the use.
Natch, was it? What? It's the 100 humans as they leave the studio. They push Natch, and he can't press the right. He can't press. 100 humans. What you do? Okay, shall we try that again? Let's go to complete the news.
Complete the use.
Okay, here we go. So, this is complete the news. I'm going to give you a news headline, and then I'll give you 3 options: A, B, or C. Okay. And you use one of those options to complete the news. Guys, you're going to play at home. Get ready. Here we go. Here's the first one. Or the only one. I don't think we're going to have time for more. Okay, a suspected drunk driver. So someone that they suspect. Sospechoso, I think right? It's to suspect. Or sospechar. Suspected drunk driver blank to avoid arrest. So a suspected drunk driver says or does something
To avoid the rest.
to avoid arrest. Is it A, try to swap seats with his dog?
That would be fun.
Is it B, did he say his wife poisoned him? Or C, did he try to bribe the police officers with alcohol?
Okay.
So a suspected drunk driver, blank to avoid arrest. Is it A, try to trade seats with his dog? Is it B, did he try to convince the officers that his wife had poisoned him? Or C, did he bribe the police officers with alcohol? A, B, or C? What do you think, guys?
Actually, I think C, but
You
I
think
will
C?
say A just because it's so amazing.
Is this a real new?
This is real news.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'll go with C.
C. So 2 for C. What do you think, Natch?
I'm going with B.
You're going to go with B. Said his wife poisoned him. In the chat, we have C seems to be in the lead too. We have a couple of A's there. Okay, I'm going to call it. I think C is the winner, Natch. I think C is the winner. Let's get a little drum roll, sir. A suspected drunk driver tried to trade seats with his dog. Yeah. Tried to trade seats with his dog to avoid arrest. This is from NBC Chicago. A man in Springfield, Colorado attempted to avoid arrest for suspected drunk driving by trying to switch seats with his dog. There you go, guys. That was today's show. Well done to you guys who got that. Oh, Natch, I started my first show in the studio on a win. That feels good, man. All right, guys. Thank you to our guests. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Natch, awesome to be back in the studio with you, sir. I'll be back this afternoon with the lunchtime show. Friends, so many things you could have been doing today. Instead of doing those things, you decided to take the time to spend some time with me, and it means the world. See you soon, friends.